It in itself, as a fact, it is quite remarkable that there were three recipients of the military medal in one town. But what's even more remarkable is that they were all Pennicare boys. They all lived in the same street and within a few doors of each other. They were of the same age, and they became lifelong friends after the war. My father was actually at the start of the war. He was a corporal in the South Wales Borderers. Will Thomas took part in what was the largest seaborne invasion in history, D-Day. My father was amongst the first troops to land on Arromanches, Gold Beach, in the middle of Normandy, and it was on the second day that the events that for which he was awarded the military medal transpired. There was a narrow roadway leading towards Tilly-sur-Seulles from Sully. This was the main roadway towards Bayeux, and at the end of that roadway was a German machine gun camp. It was the second day of D-Day. The element of surprise had gone, and the machine gun was actually manned by fanatical and battle-hardened members of the 12th Waffen SS Panzer Division. My father took it upon himself to lead his section. By this time he was acting sergeant because of the deaths the previous day on D-Day. So he, with his section, he walked up the drainage ditch leading on this road leading to the machine gun post. And then once he got to the machine gun post, he single-handedly got out of the drainage ditch and climbed up onto the machine gun post. And there he looked in and he found the Hitler Youth men and boys inside. They were startled, and one of them raised a stick grenade to throw at my father. But before he could throw the stick grenade, my father used his Bren gun, then dived for cover and threw his own grenade into the machine gun camp and made sure that there were no survivors from this machine gun post. Because of those actions, the Allies were able to advance down that road later the same day towards Tilly-sur-Seulles and then on towards Bayeux. For his gallantry on that occasion, my father was personally decorated in the field with the military medal by Field Marshal Sir Bernard Montgomery.
My father remembers one particular village, and I know this is the village where my father earned the military medal. It was a town in Belgium, a town called WWII in Belgium. And he said that they had to advance down through farmers' fields to get to WWII, and they'd been told by forward observation that there was no sign of enemy activity in the town. But unfortunately, this proved to be untrue, and came under heavy resistance when they got into the town. Well hidden in the town apparently were some Tiger tanks and some SS grenadiers, and so a firefight pursued. The very nature of being a paratrooper, you travel light, you don't have much heavy armament, so you just fight with what you've got. The Germans, on the other hand, had heavy armament and were laying down some heavy machine gun fire and some artillery. My father is reported to have attacked as many of the German forces as he could to relieve the situation on numerous occasions, silencing some machine guns, and then having the presence of mind to lay a smoke screen as best as he could for some of his colleagues to get out of some hairy predicaments. But most of the German infantry had been dispersed. And I think that was it. And from there, really, my father's battalion suffered a few casualties in that engagement. But from there on, pursued the retreating Germans. He was told to smarten up, get in a uniform, and to meet at Buckingham Palace, and he was awarded the military medal by the late King, the Queen's father.